and safe New Year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Schwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever it is you celebrate, be safe. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The gentlelady yields. The gentleman reserves.
Welcome back to the Biblical Conservative channel. We'll come against the anti-God, anti-biblical, anti-American, anti-human, anti-Christian spirit that's looking to prevail in this land. So today we're going to talk about Kwanzaa. Now, I made a video about a year ago that goes into details about the history of Kwanzaa, about the founder, and how Kwanzaa was actually started as a result of the Watts riot. It was all revolutionary, the reason why it was started. I went through all that in a previous video that you can watch at the end of this video. But what I want to talk about today is how progressives, namely Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris and other people, other progressive liberals, are actually doing the virtue signaling when it comes to Kwanzaa. Now, as a black man growing up in an all-black neighborhood in Mississippi in the 80s and the 90s, we never celebrated Kwanzaa. As a matter of fact, the first time I heard about Kwanzaa was probably 10 something years ago. And I say that to let you know that the majority, the overwhelming majority of black people do not celebrate Kwanzaa, because the overwhelming majority of black people are Christians. This is another attack by progressives, another attack by activists to unmoor black folks from their biblical roots. It's another attack on Christianity in the black community. That's exactly what Kwanzaa is. It's another way of saying, okay, we want a revolution and we can't get it through quote unquote Jesus, so let's come up with our own way to bring about revolution and liberation to black people. And that is what gave birth to Kwanzaa, and that is the same spirit that's behind Kwanzaa right now. I mean, you have Nancy Pelosi.
And safe New Year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Schwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever it is you celebrate, be safe. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The gentlelady yields. The gentleman reserves.
Flubbing it, calling it Happy Schwanzaa the other day. And you got Kamala Harris talking about she celebrated this when she was growing up. Now, how true that is, I don't know. I wasn't there in her household, but I do know that she was born in the mid-60s. This was born after the Watts riots, after the whole civil rights movement back in the late 60s, and wasn't really practiced. I mean, she grew up in the Bay Area. Maybe she did celebrate it.
So my sister and I and the other children would often sit on the floor, and together we lit the candles of the Kinara, and then the elders would talk about how Kwanzaa is a time to celebrate culture, community, and family. And they, of course, taught us about the 7 principles. My favorite principle was always the second, Kujichagulia, self-determination, the power to design your own life and determine your own future. And it is a deeply American principle, one that guides me every day as Vice President.
To everyone celebrating, we hope your week is filled with love and light. From our family to yours, Happy Kwanzaa.
I don't know, but the fact of the matter is, this is another attempt by progressives, another attempt by those who hate God, another attempt by those who want to keep black people in the same victim state to take us away from what liberated us during slavery, what emancipated us, what freed us, our faith, our devotion to God in Jesus, believing that He is our Savior, He will liberate us. No, instead we come up with another man-made attempt to free and liberate us, knowing that we're already free, but too many people are not free in their minds. Their minds are captured by worldly lust. Their minds are captured by people who want to tell them over and over and over again that they are victims. We are not victims. But if you allow your mind to be captured by people who only want to use you for their sole purpose, for their sole benefit, then you are enslaved to them. So that is the real root behind what Kwanzaa is. in my opinion, because they want to take God. They want to drive God out of the black community. And they want to keep us in this permanent serfdom, permanent victim state.